Okay, so this is a quick demonstration of Koala AI writing tool. It is fresh out of the box. At the time of recording this, I have not used this. I have not even tested it. So what we see here and the results we get are exactly what I am seeing for the first time. So most of you, when you buy a product or a tool, you want to have an idea what it's like out of the box. How can you get started? Is it worth buying, etc. So I'm going to offer no opinions on this other than I am going to ask it for some information. We're going to get it to write some articles and we're going to see how good this is. This tool is supposedly far better than anything out there. It uses ChatGPT 3.5 turbo version, and you can also use GPT-4, which is incredible. I think it's one of the only tools at the moment, at the time of filming this, that is using GPT-4. So let's have a look. There are a couple of features on here. The first one, Koala Chat, is basically where you can ask it questions, you can ask for lists, ideas, all sorts of creative things. But what I've purchased it for, and what I want to demonstrate and test out, is the Koala Writer. So this is exactly where you would start writing your articles from. This is as simple as it gets. You can see here we've got ChatGPT 3.5 and you can see ChatGPT 4. Now, just reading this here, I do understand what it's saying. If you want to use the ChatGPT 4, then it is going to be expensive, very, very expensive, because GPT-4 at the moment isn't economically viable for Koala to use. So it costs them a lot of money to actually pull the results from GPT-4. And it says here, as an example, if you write a 1,500 word article using GPT-4, it's going to consume 7,500 words, basically your credits, 5 times more credits than using GPT 3.5. Now, we do know that the quality of the content from GPT-4 will be better. Is it worth 5 times the credit? Not sure right now. We'll test that. I will use it. We'll test it now and we will see if it's any better. But I do think, as I say here, it will become cheaper and cheaper as GPT-4 is more widespread and the cost of that tool comes down. So let's have a look. So article type, so it'll do a Amazon product roundup or it'll do a basic blog post. So it says here, our new Amazon product roundup writer will automatically find the best products on Amazon for your topic using up-to-date product description and information. Now, I've never found an AI tool that actually does an Amazon product roundup, not to any decent standard at all. So I will be interested in testing that. But first, let's have a look at blog posts, which I think a lot of people will be more interested in. Enter your target keyword here. What is the target keyword or article topic to be used? You can provide additional information here about the angle you'd like to take. Okay. So if you say, as they've described here, can you eat watermelon seeds? You might want to say, don't mention about using watermelons in a smoothie, or don't mention any dieting facts or anything like that. So you can give it more instructions. You may want to say, I want you to include the fact that watermelon seeds do this or don't do that. So, okay, as much information as we can give there, I think might help the tool. Tone of voice, we've got excited, professional, friendly, format, casual, etc. That's quite standard. And again, the language, you can choose all the different languages. And then apparently we just hit create an article. So I'm just going to go grab a title. This is a title that I would write for my travel website. Let's just see how it does. Okay, so let's give this a try. So I've got a keyword here, unique things to do in Orlando. This is one I want to test because there's a lot of articles about Orlando. There's hundreds and hundreds, and it's very, very difficult to rank for that keyword. And there are a lot of usual things it would list about, things like Disneyland, etc. I want to see what unusual things it can come up with Orlando. I'm going to keep everything else the same, and we're just going to hit create article. Like I say, you are seeing this exactly in real time, what I see. So let's have a go. And don't forget, this is the ChatGPT 3.5 version. Also, it keeps a word count. You can see there in the top corner, you can see exactly how many words it's counting. That's pretty cool. It's come up with quite a decent click-worthy title, so that's pretty good. I think the intro off first sight looks a little bit too long for me. I will probably shorten that down. So it's come up with the first subheading of outdoor adventures. And it's listed a few there. Again, like I said, not the usual ones I would expect. So that's pretty good. So now the second subheading, offbeat attractions. It's listed 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. And it's gone into a little bit of detail about each one. We could possibly ask it to expand on those if we wish. Arts and culture. It's even giving us a bit of background information. So it's saying arts and culture, and then it's backing it up with the people that are there, and that's pretty good. Food and drink it's now going into. And remember, guys, what you're seeing is we pressed one button and we give it one keyword, one sentence, one title. That's all we gave it. No instructions. We haven't asked it for listicles. We haven't asked it for charts or graphs. So it is basically going on bare minimum instructions. It's now going into nightlife. Oh my goodness, how far are we? So we're already at 1,300 words. And it's wrapping it up with a conclusion. And there we go. It's literally, that's took about 4 minutes, and we've got a 1,454 word count article. Not too much detail on there. It would definitely need a bit of editing. But looking and reading some of it, it actually reads really well. So I'm pretty impressed out of the box. So let's now go back. And let's now ask ChatGPT-4. So we're going to do exactly the same thing. Unique things to do in Orlando, except we've switched over to GPT-4. And let's see, remember this is costing us 5 times the amount of credits. So the last article is 1,400 words. So this is going to be around 7,000 words, maybe more. And it's certainly going to eat into those credits. So again, let's out of the box, just click create article. This will be really interesting. Will it write more words? Will it write less words? Will it do exactly the same? I don't know. Let's have a look. So I'm interested in this intro because the last one, in my opinion, was far too long. So that looks very similar in length, and it's going straight into outdoor activities again. So very, very similar. I'm going to have to compare these two together. This one looks slightly different in the things that it's writing. Oh, it looks like it's creating some sort of table or chart here. Oh wow, it's actually even putting links to websites. That's pretty cool. Obviously, to give the user a better experience, if you're mentioning something, it's great to point them to that product or company or service, and it's actually added the website links. Okay, so now it's changing to cultural experiences. Yeah, and looking at this is definitely different information to what the first version gave us. They definitely, it's laid out differently. It might be similar. I remember seeing that name. I'd have to compare the two, but it looks like it's laid out in a different manner. The other one looked quite basic, listicle type. This looks more readable, if that makes sense. Okay, so now we're on to local dining. And again, is this, yeah, this is linking. So it's giving kind of bars and restaurants and places to go. And it's actually linking into those places, which is great. We all know internal and external linking in content is good. It's very time consuming, but this is actually doing it for us. But this is actually doing it for us. So now we're on to hidden gems. Let's just have a look at the word count. So 830 words so far. And again, it's kind of adding a little bit of EAT in here by naming people and places and dates, which is good. It definitely looks like it's a little bit more research than the basic ChatGPT does. So now it's on to family-friendly activities. And again, just want to reiterate, this is with no instructions whatsoever. I'm sure in a minute, if we test it out again and say to it, create tables and more detailed information about each activity, I'm sure it will create something even better. So now look, it's going into family-friendly activities, creating a kind of a listicle. So now we're on to nightlife and entertainment. I'm sorry guys if this video is quite long. I do want to give you this basic raw impression. I want you to see it exactly like I'm seeing. I've never seen it do this. This is the first time I've seen it do this. I've not tested it before. At the time of recording this, like I said, this is straight out of the box. I have no opinions on it. I'm just showing you what I'm seeing and just reacting really to what this tool can do. So now it's wrapping up with a conclusion, and then we'll see how many words it's done. So this is interesting. In the conclusion, it's adding highlights, bullet point highlights in a conclusion. I've never done that before. I've never seen that done before. So I don't know, maybe that's something new. So this has wrote 1,535 words, which is more than the basic one. And like I say, we now know this has used some credits. So if I actually go back and we'll go to my account, I'll have to screenshot this, but yeah, it's used, instead of 1,500 words, it's used a lot more words. You can see there, I've purchased the 100,000 words per month plan, and you can see that it's used nearly, 8,000 words, something like that, to create that one article. So that is quite a bit of credit usage from using GPT-4. Was it worth it? Was it any better? I'm not too sure. We'd have to look in detail. So now I'm really keen to try this Amazon product roundup. Again, not a clue what to do, not even tried anything. I can't even think of a product off my head. So what should we do? So I'm going to stick with the travel theme, and I'm going to do something like top 5 travel backpacks. Very generic, not something I would actually target. And again, I'm not going to give it any other instructions. I think you should, but I'm just going to give it exactly that. Should we change this? Humorous, excited, professional? I don't know. I think we'll just keep that one. Again, I'm going to use GPT 3.5. I'm not going to go with this expensive one. I will try it in a second so you can see it. But let's just do GPT 3.5 and see what it comes up with. I have no idea what this is going to do. So it's actually put the year. Top 5 travel backpacks for 2023. Oh, it's added an image. Didn't expect that. I don't know where that image has come from. You'd have to check with these images. Are these license free? Are they usable? I do not know why it's put an image there, but it's fine. Okay, so it paused for quite a while then, and I thought it hadn't done anything, and I thought that was it. But top 5 travel backpacks. Let's give a little bit of an intro. It's now found one. It's put an image in there. It's done some pros and cons. Where is it getting these images and these links? I will link out in a minute. We'll see where these links go to. Again, now it's paused. Has it stopped? Or is it going to do some more? Let's just bear with it a second. If it takes too long, I will edit. Oh, no, it started again. There we go. So it's done another one. So it's pulled another external link, another bag, and it's going again. And it's doing product reviews. So it's doing the pros and cons again. I'm not gonna offer any opinions. But I've just never seen this done before. Not like this. I've never seen anything pull in a link, pull in an image, pull in the pros and cons. It's interesting. It really, really is. Again, so we're on number 3 now. It's pulled in another backpack, and you know, these are all suitable products. These are not rubbish. It's not pulling in irrelevant stuff, it is actually doing what it says. I wonder if this will offer any helpful information in this, or is it just going to review the 5 backpacks? Is it going to say why you need one, what size you should buy, what type, what material? I'm not sure. We'll see in a second. I'm hazarding a guess it might just do these product reviews. Again, it's pulled in a really nice product, a 40-litre travel backpack. What was the other one? Yeah, travel backpack. So it's looking for the word travel backpack. Again, there's the product description. What words are we on? Let's have a look. We're on 1,200 words so far. How many have we got so far? 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're waiting for one more. There's a little bit of a pause, obviously, while it goes and finds and pulls that data. Okay, so it's found another travel backpack. This will be really interesting to see if you ask it for like top 10 WordPress themes, if it pulls in all those images as well. I wonder where it'll grab those images from. Okay, so that's the 5. Oh, it is. So now it's actually giving us a buying guide. Jeez, this is, I'm sorry if I sound a bit shocked, this is actually doing far more than I expect it to. And don't forget, this is ChatGPT 3.5. We've not asked it for the expensive GPT-4 yet. Goodness knows how good that's going to be, but so far this is good. It's even doing a price factor and considerations. Okay, I think it's finished. Because on the left-hand side here, it's added it into our articles. It's not actually given us a conclusion. So is there any way we can ask it to do more? No. So I think once it writes the article, that's it. I don't know if you can expand on it yet. I'll have to check that out further. So maybe when you write at the start, maybe we need to tell it that I want a shorter intro and I want to include a conclusion. Should we try that? Let's just go back. Let's do ChatGPT 4 and let's ask for the same things, top 5 travel backpacks, but I'm going to put also include a conclusion, make the intro smaller, and make a list of travel backpack sizes available. Don't know if he's going to do that. Let's just have a look. I will possibly fast forward this. You don't want to sit and watch another 5 minutes of this writing tool, but let me just click create an article. We're in ChatGPT 4. It's going to be quite expensive for credits. Let's just see. Okay, so it's changed the title a little bit more because I mentioned sizes. It's put there discover ideal sizes. Intro is it any smaller? So the intro size looks the same, if not even slightly bigger, but it has included some of the sizes that I've asked it to include, which it didn't include before. And again, there's a bit of a pause while it finds the best products. Then is it going to do exactly what it did last time? It certainly pulled the same product in. Is it going to write a different pros and cons? I think the pros and cons will be more up to date because it's using GPT-4. Okay, so I'm going to fast forward this part for you. I'm more interested in the conclusion that it missed before, and also is the buyer guide going to be any better at the bottom of the article? Because generally this just seems to be pulling in now pretty much what we saw with the ChatGPT 3.5 version article. So I'll just leave this to run now and I'll see you at the end of this article. Okay, so we've let it do its thing, run its course, and it's done 1,514 words, which is pretty much the same as the last one. And to be fair, it looks almost the same as the last one. It has listened and it's given us some sizes like we asked for, but it's not added a conclusion. Again, it's simply just ignored that function and it's not done it. So yeah, it looks very, very similar to the GPT 3.5 version. To say it uses 5 more credits, I would be sticking with the GPT 3.5. I'm absolutely blown away with that. You can see here, here's the 887 word article it pumped out using GPT 3.5 with listicles, with charts, and it looks pretty good. So again, I'm not going to tell you to run out and buy it. If you do want it, if I have a discount code, I will leave it in the link. As I get the codes, if there's a better one, I'll update it. If there's not, I'll remove it. But I will always try and get you a discount and leave the affiliate link in the description of this video. So yeah, Koala AI, go check it out for yourself. Let me know in the comments what you think. Again, we do not need to get into the debate of do you love AI, do you hate it? It is up to you. If you are using AI tools to generate content, that is up to you, that is your prerogative, and I hope this tool helps you out and helps you create even better content than you are doing now, and most importantly, even quicker, because this does look like a pretty easy and quick tool to use. So thanks for joining me. Hope you enjoyed that quick test out of the box, my first view and impression of Koala AI.